I'm going to show you guys how to crochet a pot holder. Alright guys, to begin, we are going to need a ball of peaches and cream yarn, and the only reason why I chose peaches and cream is because that's what my mom said is the best yarn to use for a pot holder, and I like this yarn. It's a good yarn to crochet with. I chose this nice pretty golden color. And then you'll need your hook. I chose a 550. You'll need scissors, a tapestry needle, and a ruler in case you want to measure out and make that pot holder perfect. Alright, so to begin, you know, always do your slip knot, and I will tell you guys this pot holder is extremely easy, so it is definitely a beginner's project if you are a beginner. Slip knot, make a loop around 2 of your fingers, and make an X on where it connects. Pinch that, make the yarn go behind your loop, and grab it with your hook. And just pull. Alright, so we have our slip knot. And for the pot holder, I like to chain 35 because I think it's a good size. It's a 7.5 inch pot holder, and so it just makes like a perfect square pot holder. So chain 35, just yarn around string and pull it through your loop. So there's 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 34, 35. Alright, there we go. I have my chain of 35, and like I said, it's super simple thing to crochet. So 2 chains from the hook, so not this one. So this one right here, we're going to do a half double crochet into it. You're going to yarn over hook, place in that first one, yarn over hook, pull through. You have 3 on there, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of those. And that is going to be the only half double crochet you are going to need to do. Alright, so after this half double, it's, like I said, amazingly simple. The rest of the thing is just single crochets. Whoops. Alright, so you're just going to place your hook in the one right next to the double, and it has to be in only the top string. It cannot be in both, cannot be in the bottom, it has to stay on this top string. So put your hook in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through both of those. Alright, so there is your second stitch. Put it right in the next string, yarn over, pull it through, and pull through both of those. Yarn over, well, not yet, whoops. Yarn over, there we go. Yarn over, and pull through both of those. Amazingly simple. So I will meet you guys at the end of this to show you what to do. Alright guys, I'm on my last stitch. Put it in. If I can. Man, the last stitch has always been my worst enemy with crocheting. I can never get the hook in. There we go. So put it in, yarn over, pull it through that, and pull through both of those. Oh, whoops. Both of those. There we go. Alright, so there is our bottom of our pot holder. It's looking pretty good. So for this next part, like I said, this whole thing is single crochets. So I bet you can't guess it. The next stitch is a single crochet. And we just worked this way on the top of this. Just simply flip it over. And in the very first one, this very first stitch right there, this one here, you're going to put your hook in. And one of my favorite things to do is weaving in the yarn while you're crocheting. So I just leave it right there in the way of my hook. So then I go like that, and it just kind of almost loops my hook through it. So just do a bunch of single crochets. It'll work awesome. Just another single crochet, and it slowly weaves in this end string here. Alright, so continue. Another single crochet. And you have to pull on it sometimes, because if not, then you'll have a whole bunch of little strings everywhere sometimes, and that can get irritating. So there you go. And there. So it's, you pretty much can't see it anymore, so it's pretty much weaved in while you crochet. And you have to, for crocheting this, you have to stay on the top chain. You only ever go through one string, one little string. So just know that while you're crocheting this whole pot holder, don't go through 2 or 3 or however many at the bottom. It always is the top string. Alright, and I will meet you guys at the end of this to show you what to do. Alright guys, I would say about 2 more times, and then I am done with this one. Go through and go through both of those. Last one. Alright, let's see if I can get it. Ah, yay! Whoops. Go through it, pull through, and pull through both of those. So there you go. You have it done, and you need to measure how long this is, and mine is about 7.5 inches, in which I think is the perfect measurement for it. So what you guys are going to be doing is right here, you just simply go around and stay on the top string. Just keep going around and around and around, and it will stay like this all the way up. And just continue doing that until you have it up to 7.5 inches tall. Alright, there we go. It measures up to 7.5 inches and 7.5 inches, which is awesome. It is looking great. So I have 3 more that I need to do. Just go through, turn over, go through both of those, go through, yarn over, go through both of those, and one more time. Go through, yarn over, and go through both of those. Alright, so there we go. I have it nice and completed, except we have to finish this part. Close it off. So we have our string and our hook, and take your trusty scissors and snip that off. Take your yarn, pull it through. Alright, there we go. And what I always like to do, just to be sure, is I pull my yarn through just a loop next to it. Like that. And so then I have this string and this string. And I just simply tie it. There we go. Alright, so now we are going to need to take this and put it inside out, because this is not what it looks like. Alright, there we go. How's it looking? Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, and honestly, I like the pattern on this side anyways, because it's got the nice rows, while then the other one are more just kind of like little dot lookings. So, what we're going to need to do is take our yarn, try and find that string and pull it through so it's on the inside of our pot holder. Alright, there we go. The inside of your pot holder. So, and I'm honestly going to just tie it again just so the strings don't cause any trouble for when the pot holder is being used. I always like to make sure it's definitely knotted and doesn't mess up. And it's inside the pot holder, and you won't have to worry about those. You can snip it if you want and knot it again, whatever you feel safe with, but that's going to be the inside of the pot holder, so you won't be able to see that. Alright, now we're going to need to take our tapestry needle and put our yarn in the tapestry needle. Alright, so it's all threaded through, and you will need to make sure you have plenty of yarn on the side. So to start this, we have to go through every stitch, so that's why I'm saying plenty and plenty of yarn to begin with. So, the first stitch, just simply go through, alright, and go through the next one. Whoops. And the next one. And continue this all the way down. Alright, so I have my last 2 stitches that I need to go through for this. And I realized I grabbed way too much yarn. But that is fine, because you'd rather have too much than not enough. Because you can cut off too much, and you can't really cut off not enough. So there we go. And I will show you what to do with this. We have this string over here still connected to our ball of yarn, and just simply snip that. And this one over here still connected to our needle, and just snip that. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so put those aside. And now we have these. For these, you will have to bring your hook back out, and what you'll need to do is take your hook, whoops, and you're gonna try and squeeze it through some of this, so then it's like straight through there, near the yarn too, and pull it in, but only pull it in through one layer. You don't want to pull it in through both. Make sure you lose it inside there, so then you don't have your string out. Alright, so there's that string, and just do the same thing with this one. Alright, there we go. There is our lovely pot holder all done. Both the strings tucked inside the pot holder so you can't see them. And there you go. It's that easy. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you keep crocheting. And if you didn't get it this first time, rewatch the video and just try again, because I promise you guys will improve and get better. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you caught that creative bug.